Right. So Camille, do you remember how to label triangles that are not 90 degrees? Do you remember how to label those triangles? That's the first thing we want to start off with.
The knot line.
Not the knot line. I'm talking about how do you label triangles that don't have 90 degrees in them. So let's just look at this triangle, for instance, right? Tell me if you're seeing in 90 degrees anywhere. You see 90 degrees anywhere? Let's fix that. Are you seeing 90 degrees in that triangle?
No.
No. So let me just give you an idea of the naming convention. So we would label this angle A, we label this angle B, and we label this angle C. If this is angle A, what do you think we'd call this side? Selma, do you remember, Camille?
Come on in.
Come on, right? Nice. So guys, whenever you're labeling triangles that are not 90 degrees, you have to label the side opposite the angle as the same letter but common. So, Faith, if this is angle B, all right, what do you think this side would be?
Sorry, sir, device was just given trouble. You can repeat one more time.
All right, so Faith, if this is angle B, what do you suppose this is?
Angle B as well, opposite side.
No, it wouldn't be angle B, but it would be
Not angle B, sorry, length B.
length B, right. And if this is angle C, what do you think this is going to be here?
Length C as well.
Yes, that's going to be length C as well. Right. So let's, Pete, you wasn't there yesterday when we was doing cosine rule.
No, sir, but I watched some videos already on it, so I had an idea of how to do the cosine rule.
Okay, good. Now, we use the cosine rule anytime we have an included angle. So when would you use the cosine rule? You would use the cosine rule anytime you have an included angle. All right? And let me just give you a recap of what an included angle is. So, Faith, give me an angle there. Give me an angle. Give me an angle. By the way, guys, those are watching on the TikTok, I'm not home at the moment. So, unfortunately, I don't have my setup that I usually have. So, I can't really show people on the TikTok what I have on Zoom. But if you want, you can join the Zoom meeting. Don't worry, you can do that. Right? The meeting information should be in the introduction when you join the live. Right. So, Faith, give me an angle. Give me an angle here. Give me an angle.
45 degrees.
35 degrees. Yeah, we can work with that. Right? Let's just say that this length here is 9 centimeters. And let's just say that this length is 7 centimeters. Would you say that this is an included angle?
Yes.
Yes, you would say this is an included angle because the angle 35 is in between two known lengths. So, Faith, you see how we know the length is 9 here and we know the length is 7 here?
Yes.
Aren't those the adjacent sides of the angle? Check it out.
Yes, sir, they are.
Exactly. So anytime you had that situation, you could use the cosine rule. So for this question, most likely, okay, if I label this triangle, I call that A, call that B, call that C. In this question, they might ask you to find the length for BC. And to do that, you're going to use the cosine rule. They might be like, find the length for BC. And in other words, BC would be what? If this is angle A, what would this be?
Length A.
Right. So we use the cosine rule anytime you have an included angle. And the cosine rule allows us to find the length of the side opposite the included angle. That's what it allows us to do. So here the thing now. So Faith, anytime you don't have an included angle, you have to use the sine rule. And you're probably wondering, where's the sine rule? Well, you will see just now. But just keep this in the back of your head. Once you don't see an included angle, you have to use sine rule. If you see an included angle, you have to use cosine rule. Camille, you have it unlocked, right? Anytime you see included angle, cosine rule. If you don't see an included angle, sine rule. You have it unlocked, right? since I'm not on my laptop, I can't really see who's in the meeting. So I'm gonna take all your word for it, right? So let's move on. So in this particular question, you would use the cosine rule. So you're probably wondering now, well, where's the sine rule? Let me show you where's the sine rule. So this is the sine rule. So sine rule. So the sine rule would be A all over sine A, right? The capital letters is the angle, and that would be equal to common B all over sine B, and that would be equal to length C all over sine C. Now, Faith, you're probably saying, wait, three unknowns? What did you? Three unknowns, what to do there? Probably wondering that, tense. Because you're seeing A, you're seeing B, you're seeing C. Probably
Yeah.
wondering what to do there. Right. So when you're using the sine rule, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna look for a pair of information. Probably wondering, what do I mean by that? Well, let me give you an example, right? Say you had this triangle. Say you had this triangle. We call this A, we call this B, we call this C. Give me an angle here. Give me an angle fast.
40.
40, all right. Give me a length for this. Give me a length for this.
5.
5, okay. Call that 5. Call that 5 centimeters. Right? Give me this length.
8.
8. Now, remember the sine rule. The sine rule is, just remember, right, is A all over. Is A all over,
Sine A.
right? Where the capital letter is D. What's the
Yeah,
capital letter?
capital. Capital E.
Right? And the capital letter means it's an angle, right? So A over
Yeah.
sine, right? B all over sine B is equal to C over sine C. But guys, are you probably wondering which two should I choose? Because in sine rule, you have to choose 2 out of the 3, right? Always. So the first hint is to look for a pair of information. So Faith, what's the angle over here? Oh, and let me just add in one more piece of information for this question, right? Let's just say we want to figure out for the angle C. This is what we want to find. So Faith, are you seeing any sides that has a pair of information? Does any side have a pair of information? So let me give an example, right? You see how we have angle A?
Yeah, we have angle A and length A.
Right. You see how we have that? That means we're good to go. We could use A for sure,
Yeah.
right? We have angle A and we have length A. That means we could use A, right? Some of you with me.
Yeah.
And the other hint is look at what you are trying to find.
You're
So
trying
what
to
are we trying?
find angle C, but you have length C already.
Right. So you see how we want to find for angle C? That means the next one we're going to choose is C over sine C. And that is how you just pick which formula to use. So our final formula, it becomes A over sine A equals what? What do you think?
Sine capital equals C over sine C. Separate.
Great. Great. And the next step is to do the substitution, right? Let me just underline the C because we're trying to find for C. Everybody on the TikTok live, if you're interested in being more interactive, join the Zoom meeting. All right? Yeah. So Faith, what is length A? Tell me, what is length A?
Length A would be 8 centimeters.
Right? Just put 8. Do we know what angle A is?
Yeah, 40 degrees.
Right, so we're going to put sine 40. Mm-hmm. Do I know what length C is?
5 centimeters.
Right. Do I know what angle C is?
No, we're not sure about angle C.
No, we don't know about C. Right? So, do you think you could see away from here? That's supposed to be a joke.
Yes.
Right? Guys, anytime you have fractions on either side, I would recommend to cross multiply. That's the easiest thing to do. Right? So Faith, you see how I have sine C and 8? I'm going to multiply that. Now, a student, okay, a mistake students make, for some reason, students say sine 8c, but that's very wrong. 8 is a number and sine c is a term. So when you're multiplying that, you're going to write 8 by sine c. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then we have 5 by sine 40. So we're going to write 5 sine 40. Let me know if you're feeling okay with that. All right.
Yes.
Now, what are we trying to find for here in this question? What are we trying to find for?
Trying to find the angle, sine
Trying to
C.
find for C. Now, let me show you how we're going to do this. Now, anytime you have to find an angle, you'll have to use the inverse trig functions. The inverse trig functions. Right? You'll have to use the inverse trig functions. And what do I mean by the inverse trig functions? Well, I'm talking about sine inverse, right? Sine inverse. I'm talking about cos inverse, and I'm talking about tan inverse. So let's proceed here, right? So, Pete, you see how we have 8 by sine c?
Yeah.
Yeah, that 8 shouldn't be there. So when you want to apply the inverse trig function, only the trig function should be on the left-hand side. So we need to get rid of that 8. So tell me, Faith, what is this 8 doing by the sine c? Is it adding? Is it multiplying? What is it doing?
It's multiplying, so it will go over as divided.
Exactly. Or another way you can think about it is, if you divide both sides by 8, right, the 8 and the 8 will cancel off, yeah? Right? And that would leave you with 5 sine 40. Now, for those of you guys that don't have a Casio, this is what I would recommend you to do. Let me get the Casio real quick. Right. So we're going to put 5 sine 40 into our calculator. Right? 5 all, what's it? Right? 5 sine 40 all over 8. And make sure your calculator in degrees. If it's in radians, pressure, you can't, you're not going to get your answer. Right? So I'm going to write sine C is 0.4017422561. Right? So feature with me.
Yes.
Now, if you have a sharp, this is how you'll have to plug that expression into your calculator. You'll have to put open bracket 5 sine open bracket 40 close bracket divided by 8. If you have a sharp, this is what you will have to put in.
So I
Guys,
have
get that.
one question, right? You have to do it because normally I used it like that regular and I use some brackets and I got the same answer as somebody else, but it's recommended that you have to use the brackets.
Yes, you have to use the brackets, right?
Okay.
Let me show you an example of where I would recommend to use the brackets, right? Let me just say I tell you to find 2 plus square root of 2 all over 7. Try finding that for me and tell me where you get in the calculator. Try to find 2 plus root 2 over 7.
2.202 and we're going over and over.
Let's see. You see? Different answer.
All
See what I
right.
mean? Let me show you what your calculator doing. Your calculator probably think is 2 over 7 plus root 2. What was the answer you got?
2.20.
Watch this, right? 2 over 7 plus root 2. Okay, I don't know what your calculator do, right? But if you want to get the correct answer, this is what you'll have to do. Faith, can we both agree that the numerator and the denominator are separate things?
Yes.
So we have to separate them. So in our calculator, I'm going to write 2 plus root 2, right, in brackets to show that it's separated. Then I'm going to put divide, then 7. You can put 7 in brackets if you want, but you see how it's just 7 by itself? You don't have to put brackets. But with a sharp, you could never be too safe. So try to put that into your calculator now, and you should get the same answer as me. 2 plus root 2 all over 7. Make sure you get in the make sure you get
Yeah,
in
I
the
guess you were going for it, yeah.
nice. So when you have a sharp, you can't just plug it in how you see it. You need to use brackets to your advantage, right? To separate the numerator and the denominator. Understand?
Yeah.
So the next step, so guys, you see how we have sine C is equal to this? If you want to find for C now, you need to do the opposite of sine. Could somebody tell me what the opposite operation of sine is? What's the opposite of sine?
Sine
Remind me,
inverse.
guys. Sine inverse. All right. So to find for C, you'll have to find the sine inverse of 0.4017422561. All right. If you guys, if you have a Casio, look, it's real simple. Right. You can find it in one shot. Sine inverse 5 sine 40 all over 8. You'll get your answer immediately. Right. When you find sine inverse of this, you're supposed to get 23.669 when you round it up. Just confirm that you're getting that. People with a sharp, all they know how to get sine inverse. Guys here with I can't see any. I don't have my laptop. I'm not home, so I can't see who's in the meeting. But for those of you guys that are in the meeting, Camille, you know how to do sine inverse?
Yeah, I press second function and plugged in everything.
All right, and you got through. You got the
Yeah, I got
23.68.
no, I got the one above. So I guess I did it. Let me do it over.
Wait, when you press okay, to get sine inverse, you need to press second function sine.
Second function sine.
Are you seeing a little sine minus 1 pop
Yeah,
up?
yeah.
Then in brackets, you're going to put 0.40174, etc., etc.
Okay, plug in everything, right?
Yes. And you should get 23 point something.
That's a 1 after the 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 23.6871405.8.
Right. And if you round that off to 2 decimal places, wouldn't you get you would get 23 point
69
degrees, right? So
degrees.
so guys, this was an example of the sine rule. So let me just reiterate the purpose of the sine rule. So guys, this is the sine. Right? So Camille, first of all, let me start off with the cosine rule. When do you use the cosine rule? Anytime you have a what?
A degrees in the middle of two lengths
Right, so an included angle, right?
and included angle.
Yeah. A way to get accustomed with the maths jargon, right? So when we're talking about an angle and you know the lengths on either side, you say it as an
Yeah.
included angle. So
Okay.
basically what I'm trying to say is if you don't have an included angle, you use the sine rule. If you look at this diagram, you seen any included angles?
No.
Nah. So you had to use the sine rule. And the sine rule looks like this, right? A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C, right? You could use the sine rule to find for lengths or an angle. Now, when you're using the sine rule, you need to pick 2 out of the 3 there. So Camille, the first hint, you're going to look for a pair of information. So this is what I'm talking about. So Camille, if you look at this diagram, right? What
Mm-hmm.
angles you see in there?
What you said?
What angles you see in the diagram?
Angles, I'm seeing 40 degrees.
That's the only
And
angle we're seeing, right? So we know
yeah.
angle A, we know angle A, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do we know what side A is?
It will be on the opposite side, which is 8 centimeters.
So you see how we know the angle A and the side A?
Yeah.
That is our pair of information. That's what we're talking about. So I'm going to use A over sine A. Yeah?
Yeah.
Have to use that one. And they want me to find for angle C. So automatically, I need to select this one as well. Tell me if you understand that.
Yeah.
So my formula then becomes A over sine A is equal to C over sine C. Right? So you're on the same page with me?
Yeah.
All right. Then the next step is to substitute everything we have. So we know that length A is 8. We know that angle A is 40. We know that length C is 5. And we know that the angle is C. We don't know what the angle is. Right? We don't know what the angle is. So you're with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Here it is. Anytime when I have fractions, right? Cross multiply. So Camille, you notice I do this first, right? You notice I multiplied 8 by sine C first.
Yeah.
The reason I do that is so that I can get the C on the left hand side. And we typically like unknowns on the left hand side. Like if you're trying to find for something, and we usually keep it on the left hand side.
Yeah.
Hey, that'll be another good song. Keep it on the left hand side. You know, yesterday we were talking about the North Line. You know, we were talking about the North Line. I feel like it's another opportunity for a good soca song or something. Put it on the left hand side, then put it on the right hand side. Yeah, okay. Like Marshall Montano has some competition, you know. Tell it out, right? So we're going to multiply 8 by sine C first. So we're going to end up with C on the left hand side. And then we multiplied 5 by sine 40. Now, guys, is there anybody in the Zoom meeting that's confused as to why I didn't write sine 8C? Anybody? I can't see who in the meeting, eh? I can't see who in the meeting. But let me know.
Good night, sir.
Hey, good night, Perseus. Perseus, tell me, are you confused by how I went from this line to this line?
You might have to repeat because I came late.
All right, so Perseus, watch, right? Anytime you have two fractions, you're going to cross multiply. So we're going to multiply this diagonal. So that's going to be 8 sine C. 8 sine C. 8 by sine C. Right? That's how we got this. Let me know if you understand that. So we multiply in diagonally. So 8
Excuse me,
sine
sir.
C. Yeah, Tama.
Um, and I just want to query something. So the denominators have to be the same, right? Or
Wait, I think I know what confusing you. Give me a second. Let's go back from this line to the next line, right? So Perseus, and to the person that asked the question. We're gonna
Damien.
multiply we're gonna multiply this out, right? That's gonna be 8 by sine C. 8 by sine C is just 8 sine C. Perseus. Then we're
I
gonna multiply
understand that.
this diagonal. So Perseus, tell me what I should write next.
5 sine 40, but open bracket, 40, close bracket.
Right. Now, to the person I was wondering if it should have the same denominator, if you want to cancel off something that's being multiplied, you'll divide by that on both sides. So, Camille, was it you that asked me the question?
Yeah.
All right. So, Camille, you see how we have 8 being multiplied by sine C?
Mm-hmm.
I need to isolate sine C. Sine C is our emo kid who wants to be by himself. All right. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of the 8. The 8 is being multiplied by sine C. So where's the opposite of multiplying something by 8?
Divided.
And if I do something on one side, why do I do it?
On the other side.
Right. So that's why that was the case. Right? And we end up with sine C is equal to 5 sine 40 over 8. You guys understand that so far? We good? Let me know if you follow. If anybody confused at all, tell me, I will go over this thing as much as I could. It's okay. Priscilla, you confused?
No, sir. It's on my mouth what we doing fast.
It's actually the same kind of thing.
Yeah,
Same kind of thing, right? Same kind of thing.
yes, sir. That's what I remembered.
Yeah, it's the same thing, I promise. It's like the same kind of story. So when I cancel off the 8, I end up with sine C is equal to 5 sine 40 over 8. Now, guys, you see how I have sine C by itself? Now, I could actually find the inverse sine inverse. If I find sine inverse on both sides, the sine and the sine inverse going to cancel off. That's going to leave me with C, right? And we're going to find sine inverse of this. If you're a sharp user, you'll have to press second function, sine. If you're a Casio user, you'll have to press shift, sine. So, is everybody okay with the question? Let me know, guys. Let me know if all are confused at all. I need to know if all are confused.
No, sir, but tomorrow please gotta get my Casio calculator, so I'll be fine.
Shucks. My phone fall on the boy. My phone mash up. I joke, my phone didn't mash up. If all are watching on the live too, my phone just fall on me. Yeah. I'm not home right now. Um, I'm not home right now, so I don't have my fancy equipment and my setup. So things real jerry rigged. Yeah. Right. So guys, I was somebody in charge of chat duty. Darius, you here?
Yes, sir.
Or Darius, how much people it have in the Zoom meeting? I'm curious. I can't see.
Um, it
8? Okay.
in
Who in the Zoom
total.
meeting? Who in the Zoom meeting?
We have me, you, Adika, Camille, Faith, Joshua, and Perseus. And I guess in Faith have our account inside it.
Okay. Adika, look your back. Adika, where's the plan? You good?
Yeah. I
Okay.
kind of joined late too.
Don't worry, don't worry. You get a chance. We can do another question. You'll be fine, right? So here this, right? I want you to take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of this. Right? So for people on the TikTok, this is what's going on in the Zoom meeting right now. Right? I'm not home right now, so I can't really do the same setup as yesterday. But this is what's going on right now. If you're interested in joining the Zoom meeting, the information is on the live. Right now we're doing Sine Rule. Right. So I'm gonna take it that you all have a screenshot already, right? Let's move on. Let me just check something. Right. All right, you all see in the screen?
Yes, sir. So somebody else join Farzana.
Who?
Farzana.
I don't know who that is, but Farazana, it's nice to have you, right? Right now we're doing the Sine Rule. Right, we're doing the Sine Rule. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Do you have any experience with the Sine Rule?
No, sir.
No? All right. Well, don't worry, you'll be fine. Right? So, Adika, give me 3 letters. Give me 3 letters.
J, L, and O.
All right. And Jello. When last eat some Jello?
Months.
Months. I can't even remember. I feel like for me it'll be years. That sound crazy, right? But anyways, Adika, I want you to give my angle. JLO, give my angle.
L could
Yep.
be I don't know, 70.
70. Okay, I dig that. Right? And give me the length for our side. Actually, two sides. Give me the length for two sides.
J to L could be 12.
12, okay. Cool. Mm-hmm.
Um, it could be included. Like,
No, no.
oh,
Guys, if we use any sine rule, right? So sine rule, okay, so Adika, remember yesterday we did the cosine rule, and I said the hack there was you're looking for included angle.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna use sine rule anytime there's no included angle. That's the trick. Anytime there isn't an included angle. So guys, since I don't like I don't like how this live going, like it can't be as interactive as my last live.
So, somebody named Mariana joined.
Okay, cool. Guys, I don't like how this live going. It's not like how yesterday was. Obviously, I can't replicate the same environment. So tomorrow we could do back this topic, right? With some past paper questions. Yeah. So Adika, the sine rule, you're gonna use that anytime there isn't an included angle, right? So in this example, I don't want you to even think about an included angle. Don't think about an included angle, right? So Adika, give me another piece of information. Give me another piece of information.
For JO
Mm-hmm.
could be 14.
14, okay. Remember last time yesterday, I think it was 18 and 19. But
Yeah.
yeah, tell me something. Yeah, tell me something, and that was kind of weird. Right. So great. Now let's just say the question asks us, they say find the okay, Adika, do you wanna find a length or angle? They wanna do.
We could find a length.
Okay. Find the length. Which length you want to find for? I mean, so you
Well,
have length to
it will
find
have
for.
to be L and O.
Right. Find the length LO. Now, guys, are you all seeing that included angle over here? Tell me, guys, are you all seeing that included angle over here in this diagram?
No, sir.
No. So
No,
can we use the cosine rule?
No.
no,
No.
sir.
No. Let's put down the sine rule. If I'm writing the sine rule for this question, it's going to be J, common J, all over sine J. Somebody take a guess. What would the next term be? Somebody tell me. What would the next term be? I promise it isn't as tricky as you think. Okay, I'll give you a hint, right?
The L over common L over sine L.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think the last one will be? Next person.
Common over sine.
Yes. I sense that we have somebody from Guyana. Are you from Guyana by chance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I had a feeling. Right? No, not a bad thing or anything, eh? Not bad thing or anything, right? Right? Yeah, it's just like accent. It was something a little bit different. Okay, so guys, the next part of this is to figure out which two we're going to select. Now, let's label the sides. So, Adika, if this is angle J, what do you think this would be?
Common J.
All right, if this is angle O over here, what do you think this is going to be?
Common O.
Okay. If this is angle L over here, what do you think this side will be?
It will be common L.
What do we want to find for in this question?
The length for LO, so the length for common J.
Right. Now, we need one more piece of information for this question, right? For it to work, we need one more piece of information. Tell me the angle G. Tell me angle G.
We don't have an angle.
Come on, put something.
Or 50.
Okay. If there wasn't an angle, J, you could not use the sine rule or the cosine rule. You'd be screwed. You could not figure out anything at all, right? So, Adika, you see how they want us to find for J?
Yeah.
Automatically, that means we have to select this one. Understand?
Yeah.
So you're gonna select that one. And next step, we're gonna look for a pair of information. So are you seeing any pairs? So like the angle and the corresponding length?
Um.
And everybody in the Zoom, I'll go back she up, I'll go tell she correct. So we're looking for a pair of information here.
50 and 70 and 12 and 14.
No, when I say a pair of information, this is so I mean, right? So you see how we have angle L,
Yeah.
and you see how we have length L.
Yeah.
You see how they're
Oh.
corresponding? That is what I mean by a pair of information, right?
Yeah. But if we don't have angle O, what will be the next?
All right, so when you're using the sine rule, you need to select 2 out of the 3. So you're not going to bother with O over sine O. All right?
Oh, okay.
All right. So when you're doing the sine rule, this is the 2 things you're looking for. The 2 things. You're looking for what you're trying to find. What are you trying to find? So you see what we were trying to find for J?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to find for J. So we underline J and we use that one time. One time. The next thing, you're going to select a pair of information. And if that confusing you, I'm just talking about an angle and its corresponding length. Right? An angle and its corresponding length. Somebody in the Zoom or the Adika, tell me guys, do we have a pair of information for O? Tell me, do we have a pair of information for O?
No, we don't.
We don't, right? Because we don't have the angle. So if you had the angle, you'd have a pair of information for O. And in that case, well, you could have used either L over, you could have used L or you could have used O. But in this case, we could only use L, right? Because L is the only pair of information we have. So guys, we okay with that? Let me know if all you're
Yes, sir.
okay with selecting the 2. You need to be okay with selecting the 2. Otherwise, you wouldn't know where to continue with. People in the Zoom, all I don't bite, you know, again, I just tell all them my teeth big, but I don't bite. Right? Especially my front teeth, but I don't bite anybody. So like tell my guys, all you understand this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
great. Great. Next step, we're gonna rewrite the formula. So let's write the formula in the familiar form with just 2 unknowns. So J over sine J, and that will be equal to L all over sine L. So you see, guys, like I dropped the O, right? I dropped the O. Forget about that. All right. Now we're going to substitute. Could somebody tell me what J is? Do we know what J is?
No, but we know the angle for G, which will be
All right.
50. So it will
All right.
be
So,
G.
like you said, J over sine 50, yeah? Right? And that would be equal. Could somebody tell me the length of L? Length of L. What's the length of L? 14, right? So we're going to write 14 over here. And could somebody tell me what angle L is? Angle L. What is angle L? Angle L is 70, right, guys? 70.
yes, sir.
So, guys, we say we have 2 fractions on either side. You know what that means? Cross multiply. Right? That has SOCA potential as well. Cross multiply. Right? All right. So, yeah, we're going to cross multiply. Perseus, I would like you to help me with this. So, Perseus, we're going to start off with this one. if I multiply these two elements, what would I end up with? So this and this. Watch.
So sorry, but mine going blank. J sine open bracket 70 degrees close bracket.
Yeah, that is it, you know. That is it. And what about the other diagonal?
14 sine open bracket 50 degrees close bracket.
Yes, man, you're killing this thing. Let's go. Right. And Perseus, what do we want? What do we want to find for? What was the whole point of this question? To find for what?
To find for J,
Exactly. So, Adika, we want to find for J, right? Right now, J is being what? What's happening with J here? What's happening with J? I want somebody to tell me what's happening with J. Right now, J in a relationship.
Multiply.
Yeah, J is being multiplied by sine 70. Or you can see that. J multiplied by sine 70. Let me know if you're seeing that. So, guys, if we wanted to get rid of the sine 70 to leave us with J, what is the opposite of multiplying by sine 70?
Dividing.
right?
Exactly, right? If I divide by sine 70, it would cancel off with the sine 70, and that would leave me with J, because I want to find for J. So that's the only thing I should have on the left-hand side. So I'm going to cancel that off, push, push, and I end up with J, right? So J is equal to 14 sine 50 all over sine 70. Now, if you have a sharp calculator, this is how you'll have to plug it in. So, Camille, there? Camille, let me know if you're there.
Yeah.
Right, so Camille, you'll have to start with an open bracket, 14, right? Sine, open bracket, 50, close bracket, a close bracket again, right? So Camille, do you understand that we just plugged in the numerator?
Yeah.
All right, nice. And Faith, do you understand what I did so far?
Yes, sir.
Right, then I'm going to put a divide sign, and then I'm going to open a bracket, and I'm going to put sine 70, close bracket, close bracket. Plug that into your calculator, and you will get it correct. People on the TikTok, if all are interested in joining the Zoom meeting, the information is on the live. Feel free to join the Zoom meeting and get personal help. Not like personal help, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychiatrist, but like
So
help with maths. Yeah, what did you get?
11.41290457.
I hear 11. Let me check that. So 14 sine 50 all over sine 70.
I put it in exactly how you said for the Sharpies was to put it in.
Right? You got 11. You got the ends?
Yeah.
Perfect. So that's the answer. 11.41. If you round that off to two decimal places, 11.41. Right? 11.41. Right? Meters. Right? And remember, guys, what's saying? J was the same thing as LO. So in the end, you're going to write LO is equal to 11.41 meters. So guys, what we just went through was the two types of questions they will ask you for sine rule. So they could either ask you to find for an angle, or they could ask you to find for a length. And we just covered both of those cases, right? How will you think the sine rule is? Hard or easy? What do you think
Easy.
about it?
It
I
actually
say,
is not easy when you think about it, indeed.
yeah, it's not that bad, right? Not that bad. So here what? If you don't have this screenshot, tell me now. I will clear the screen and all. You can take a screenshot of the first example. Because now we're going to actually do a question. We're going to do a question now.
We will take a screenshot of this. So.
No problem. Right, so take a screen.
So can you send the notes?
Yes.
Oh,
If
no.
you want the notes, just send me a message on WhatsApp and I'll send it right to you. Right. So just take a screenshot of this, right? So what I have here is what you would do if they ask you to find for angle. Yeah. So once all you have the screenshot, tell me, we'll move on.
Have it, sir.
Okay, good. Take a screenshot of this one now. This is what we would do if they ask you to find the length.
So you forget about centimeters, not meters.
Oh shucks. We boy. I lose a mark there, you know. Right. For centimeters one time. Well, you never see that, you know. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. It's happened to the best of us. Yes. It's happened to the best of us. Yeah,
Excuse me, sir.
tell me.
The second part is what you will use if you are looking to find the angle, right?
You talking about this? No, this is to find file length.
Yeah.
The first part was to find file angle.
Length.
The first part is where you would find sine inverse
Alright.
to find for the angle. So the first part is finding angles, and the second part is finding length. So guys, do you all have these screenshots? The two screenshots? Let me know. Let me know if all you have the two screenshots. Hey Keshav boy, where's the plan?
Yes,
Keshav.
sir.
All right, Keshav, if you want, you can join the Zoom meeting. The information is on the same information as the last session yesterday. Same meeting information. All right. So, do I have any brave people in class that would like to do a question with me now? Let me know. You have any brave people? Anybody brave enough to do a question with me? Tell me, tell me. Don't be shy. Guys, I tell you all this, this is real advice. If you don't come out of your comfort zone, you're gonna stay exactly where you are. And let us soak in for a bit. If you want to stay bad in maths, you should probably not say anything. But if you want to rise above the occasion and become a goat, become a legend, you should probably unmute. And come out of your comfort zone, guys.
Alright, sir. I'll take one. I'll take.
Right. You see, Perseus, take one for the team. Big up yourself, Perseus. I like that spirit. Right? So, Perseus, do you want to find for length or find for angle?
I think angle for
Okay, no problem. Let's find for angle then. So, Perseus, give me three letters. Three letters.
XYZ.
X, Y, Z. All right. I'm going to put on some information here, right? So let me just see, this is 11.2 meters, right? Let's just say that this is 9.7 meters. Let's just say angle Z. That looking like what? 68 degrees. Okay. And you say you want to find for angle.
Yes, sir.
All right. So my question for you is, I don't know why I draw this diagram so big. I draw it big like my forehead. I have a real big forehead, guys. I feel like I real roasting myself these days. I don't know what it is about. What? Anyways, Perseus, in this question, right, what do you think we want to find for?
Angle X.
Want to find for angle x, right? So find for x. Oh gosh, I'm making you find for x. Oh god.
That's
Oh gosh. Sorry. Nothing personal, nothing personal.
Answer you fight.
Eh?
It might be hurting somebody else, not me.
For real. Have anybody in the Zoom meeting that total now playing some Juice WRLD and thing? I hope. Sorry, sorry if I trigger anything. Right? Sorry. It's supposed to be vibes, not sad times. Right. So Perseus, if you look at this diagram, tell me, Perseus, you seen any included angles?
Yes, sir.
No. What
No,
included
no,
angle you see?
sorry.
Wait. I want somebody in the Zoom meeting to remind me what that included angle is. Somebody remind me. Where's that included angle?
So when the angle is in the middle of two
Excuse me.
given sides or two given lengths,
Exactly. So Perseus, if you look at this angle over here, right, Perseus, you know what this length is?
No, sir.
No. Right? So yeah, you can't use cosine rule. You have to use sine rule automatically, right? So Perseus, let's write down
Forget the
sine
sine
rule
rule.
here. We'll say that again?
I forget the cosine rule, sir. I wasn't in class for the rest of it last night.
Oh, that is okay. We doing Sine Rule today. The next session tomorrow, I will do like a whole recap. Right? So Perseus, I'm gonna start you off, right? So if you're writing the Sine Rule, it's gonna be x all over sine x. So x all over sine x, and then I'll be equal to what? Come on.
Y all over sine y.
Right. Y all over sine y. And that'll be equal to,
Z all over sine z.
make sure you're writing common on top and capital in the bottom, right?
Yes, sir.
So now we need to figure out which two we're going to select. Who's that Pokemon? Right? So like you have like a card here, we need to pick two. Right? So which two are we going to pick? Which two are we going to pick? So Perseus, which one we have to pick automatically? Which one we have to pick automatically?
X.
Exactly. We don't know what X is, right? So we had to obviously. Yes, we had to pick that one. Do we have any pairs of information? Any pairs of?
Yes, for Z.
Hey, I'm so proud of you. Like that tears in my eyes right now. Not really, but like I'm actually proud of you. Right? You come a long way. Because if you guys notice, this is angle Z, right? So this would be side Z. This is angle X, so this would be side X. This is angle Y, so this would be side Y. Right? So Perseus, we're going to select Z, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Everybody in the Zoom meeting, will you understand what happening so far? Will you understand why I select this and this? Let me know, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let's substitute now. Before we substitute, let's just write our formula. So x all over sine x, right? And that would be equal to z all over sine z. Right? So Perseus, could you tell me what x is? Check the diagram. What's x?
9.7 meters.
Right? 9.7. What is angle x? Do we know what that is?
No, sir.
No, so we're just gonna write back x. Do we know what length z is?
Yes, sir.
What's length z?
11.2 meters.
Right. 11.2. Do we know what angle z is?
Yes, sir.
Angle z is 68 degrees, right?
Yes, sir.
So anytime you have two fractions, what you should do? Anytime you have two fractions, cross multiply. Let's go here. Cross multiply. Right? You're gonna cross multiply. So Perseus, what are we trying to find for in this question?
Trying to find for X.
Right. If you're trying to find for x, do you want x to be on the left-hand side or the right-hand side? Tell me. Left-hand side or right-hand side?
Left hand side?
Right. So do you think we should multiply out this first? Or you think we
Yes,
should
sir.
multiply out this first? Think carefully with what you're saying, right? Perseus,
I'll take
whichever one you multiply first, that's going to end up on the left-hand side. So if you want x on the left-hand side, do you think you should multiply this first? If you multiply this out, are you going to get any x terms?
No, sir.
Okay. So then x wouldn't be on the left-hand side. If I multiply out this first, would that be on the left-hand side?
Yes, sir.
Right. So multiply this out for me. What would I get?
11.2 sine X.
Right. 11.2 sine x. And if I multiply the other diagonal, what will I get?
9.7 sine open bracket 68 close bracket.
Guys, are you with me? Everybody in the Zoom, we're on the same page? I'm going to follow understand this. People on the
Yes,
Zoom.
sir.
Yes, sir.
What about the rest of you guys?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let's move on then, right? So Perseus, we are trying to find for x, right? But before I could find for x, I need to know what sine x is. So what do you think I should do next if I want to find for sine x?
Cancel.
So I need to end up with sine x. Sine x should be the only thing on the left-hand side.
So that means you have to cancel off the 11.2.
Right, what would I do to cancel off this?
Multiply it by itself.
No.
No, I forget.
All right, Perseus. 11.2 is being what to sine x? Is it being added to sine x, multiply? Okay, so tell me, Perseus, what's the opposite of multiplying something by 11 point?
Divide.
Right, so you're going to divide both sides by 11.2. Anytime you want to cancel off something, that means you got to divide, right? That is what it means. And if you do something on one side, you do it on the other side, right? So tell me if you're with me so far.
Yes, sir.
Right. So that will be sine x. And you're going to plug this into your calculator. If you have a sharp, you're going to plug this in. So open bracket, 9.7 sine, open bracket, 68 degrees, close bracket, divide. You don't have to put 11.2 in brackets, but we're going to do it anyways. Doesn't hurt to be extra cautious. So plug this into your calculator and let me know what you're getting. The full thing. The full thing, guys? Hey, Shiva, look, Shiva, where's your plan? You good? I'm gonna if you're good, Shiva. Nice. I'm happy to see you, Shiva. Hope you're doing well. Everything going good? Right now I'm not home though. But things going good. A real cook today. Yeah. Right? So somebody that plug this into the calculator, let me know what you get.
So I get 0.
Same 0.77
Wait, I didn't catch that properly. Let me just check it on my end. 9.7 sine 68 all over 11.2. Yeah, you're supposed to get the answer. You're supposed to get 0.8 something.
Yes, I guess 0.03.
Did I plug something in wrong? 9.7 sine 68 by 11.2. No, I didn't plug anything in.
I forget to set it to degrees.
Why would your calculator be not in degrees? I mean, if it's an odd math student, I understand it. But if it's not odd math students, that's crazy.
Again, when I just calculate that is why I don't use it.
So guys, just make sure you're getting 0.803007, right? Adika, did you get the 0.80?
I didn't calculate at all.
What? Adika, don't stick. What
All right, I get it.
Good. Camille, Faith, are you getting it?
Yes, I got
Yes, I got it.
Nice. Darius, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Darius, who else did have in the meeting? I can't see who in the meeting.
I get the answer.
So since last time we had Keshav join, Malia, Sean, and Zoom user.
Okay. No bother with Keshav. Keshav he's a mathematician. That man real smart. But anyways, Keshav, you there? You good?
Yeah, chilling.
Nice. Doing some easy stuff here. You doing any maths over the holidays?
I think I need a break, bro.
Nah, I thought that's crazy.
Again, we getting old, bro. And I mean, you aging perfectly and thing, but no, man.
No. Don't say that. No, my back hurting me, boy. My back hurting me. Hey, I lift up my girlfriend and I lift up my partner, right? For my birthday. And like my back killing me now. Like, bro, I had to go see the doctor. because like it's genuinely killing my dog. I know you're doing beautifully. But anyways,
You plan on doing any electrical engineering content? Or?
I want to do a physics live where I cover electromagnetism and all that. Yeah, electromagnetism.
No.
Yeah, right. But
Well, they
anyways,
had to come support him for that, by the way.
what's it again?
They had to come support you for that.
Who had to come support me for that?
Everybody in your class right now.
Yeah, everybody gotta come and support me, right? All right, so let me continue. Um, the person from Guyana, are you still here? I don't know your name. Don't know who that was.
Yes, sir, I'm still here.
Okay, what's your name by chance?
Farzana?
Farazana?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't want to slaughter your name. Can you confirm that you're getting 0.80? Let me know if you're getting that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna write out that. So zero. So somebody call it out for me, right? So 0.80. What next? 0.80.
3007
Mm-hmm.
445.
Oh, so it'll be zero later. 4455. Nice. And the next step, right? So Perseus, we have sine x. So to find for x, you need to apply the inverse function for sine. Tell me, Perseus, what's the opposite of sine?
Sine inverse.
Right. So you're gonna find sine inverse of 0.8030074455.
After how to get on a sharp calculator? Confused.
Say that again.
How to get on a sharp calculator?
I believe you have to press second function sine, and you should see sine minus one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just confirm that again. The sine minus one. Right? Okay, in the meantime, though, I need to pick a
I got
next
it.
question. You got it? You got the sine minus one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you found the sine inverse of 0.830007, what again?
53.41.
53.42. If you round it off to two decimal places, that'll be 0.42. Because
Yeah,
the number after one. Nice.
Yes, sir. Got that.
Great. 53.42 degrees, right? And I can put in brackets to two decimal places. So guys, you all could take a screenshot of this. Before you do that, let me just highlight this so you can know that how we selected the two, right? Z, all right. Color code the thing, make it look pretty. Nice, nice. Right, let me get a sticker for this. Right. Great. So I'll take a screenshot of this. And in the meantime, though, I want somebody to volunteer. I will do a question with somebody else to make sure everybody here fully understands this. So somebody volunteer yourself.
Me, sir.
Okay, great, great. I'm happy to hear that. Tell me, for example, do you want to find for the angle or do you want to find for our length?
A link.
Okay, no problem. So when I have this screenshot, let me know and I'll move on.
So I think someone else from Guyana as well.
Who else? Who's that?
Somebody named Cream said.
Okay. Like, I'm surprised I'm seeing foreign students. I'm surprised. In a good way, of course, but like, wow, this is cool. I had to do more lives then. I had to do more lives, right? Tomorrow I do not live. I should be home, so it should be like real vibes because I'm a full setup and thing. Right? Yeah. Question, guys: how late are they willing to go? If I help it, I could go for like 48 hours. Obviously not 48 hours, right? But like, if we start at say 7 o'clock, how long will you think I could go without
Say
like
as
dying?
long as you go in, I go in, sir. I need the help.
That is our peak response. Big up yourself. What about the rest of you guys?
So I can't make it until a certain time.
That's understandable. That's understandable.
Same.
All right. Well, I will do like probably 7 to 11.
Yeah,
All right.
if you're doing 48 hours, yeah, tell them in advance that you can get food and thing, you know.
Yeah. Hey, when I do that 48 hours thing, I gonna make sure the whole Caribbean know about that. All right. I gonna do like real advertisements, make like a whole video, inspirational video and thing to inspire the youth on them, right? Future mathematicians and legend setters. I'll make sure people know about it like 2 months in advance. So when I'm doing that 40 hours live, I'll come and support me. I'll look out for you. I remember all your name. Yeah.
You invite him to in Springer Tail, so.
Yeah, I go invite him. I go invite him. Because like he did see my 24-hour live. So I would tell him about the 48 hours. Yeah. Right? Okay. I'm gonna presume that you all have this already. Let's move on to a new question. So Farazana, I'm going to draw a triangle here. Right? Give me 3 letters. 3 letters.
A, B, C.
Come now, be a little more original. A, B, and C. No. Everybody know about A, B, and C.
E, F, G.
Yeah, you're saying the alphabet now. E, F, G. But leave out D. Right? E, F, G. Okay. Um, which angle you want me to put on? Tell me Farazana, which angle you want me to put on?
F.
F. Okay, Farazana, I'm gonna do something tricky with this question. Let me see how bad it is, right? So we could probably say that is looking like 50 degrees. What if I put this looking like 89? Yeah, let's say 88 degrees. Okay. Let's just say that this side is 10 centimeters. Let's just say that this side is 9 centimeters, right? So I'm gonna do something different in this question, right? Different. Now, Farazana, do you know what the sum of angles in a triangle is? If you add up all the angles in a triangle, do you know what would it be?
Sir, 180.
Right. So if I wanted to figure out this angle here, angle E, how would I do that?
Sir, won't you have to add up 88 plus 50 and subtract it from 180?
Yeah, that's correct. So let's say 180 minus 88 plus 50, and that's 42. Right? So this will be 42 degrees. Great job. And let's just say in this question, we want to figure out, actually, yeah, let's just say in this question, we want to figure out for this side. Find the length of EG, right? So find the length of EG. Find the length of EG. So far as I'm ready for this, ready to mash up this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, guys, I'm looking at our special guest here. Everybody can see on the TikTok live though. You wanna say hi to everybody? My girlfriend don't wanna say hi.
How much people are out there? Hi.
They don't have much people because like I'm not home. I don't have like my fancy setup on thing.
Oh, so that's why they don't want to join.
No, like normally when I'm home, people can see what on the screen and that's make it more engaging.
Oh.
They just see my ugly face. I'm joking. Right? But yeah, my girlfriend says hi.
Hi.
You should probably wish them luck.
Hi.
Keep in mind, these people I meet for like the first time. I don't know.
But
I don't know people.
I'll join at some point. But I hear a name that was familiar.
Which person was familiar?
Perseus.
Perseus. Yeah, you know about Perseus.
And she in the class.
Yeah, Perseus. I don't say real good things about you.
No,
I'm outside that class. No, don't worry, Perseus. I say good things about you outside that class. Don't worry.
I don't hear nothing. You don't talk.
That's a lie. I just tell my girl.
I believe your girlfriend. I don't believe you.
What? Guys, I am such a genuine person.
The only thing he's say about you is that he's just correct me when I say your name wrong.
What? No, boy.
When I reading it off, so because I don't know.
Yeah, my girlfriend can't pronounce the name, but I just be saying good things about Ollie though. I just real talk about Ollie. Ollie's like my children. I don't have children though, but Ollie's like my children. That make any sense. But anyways, Farzana, let me just say we want to find EG, right? EG. So let's put a question mark by that. Put a question mark. Farzana, before we move on, let's just figure out what we label each side. So if this is angle E, what do you think we'd call this side?
Common E.
Come on, E, right? If this is angle G, what do you think we'll call this side?
Common G.
And if this is angle F, what do you think we're going to call this side?
Common F.
Great. If we want to find for EG, EG is the same thing as what? What is EG the same as?
So common E over sine E. And
Wait,
then
that's not what I mean. EG, right? EG is the same as what length?
so is F.
Yes, F. So let's write down the three terms and then we'll pick the two, right? So for example, let me start off with E, right? So if I write the sine rule for this, it'll be E over sine E, E over sine capital E. What next?
Common G over sine E.
Let me go in alphabetical order. But yes, you're correct. I just prefer to go in alphabetical order, right? I know what the people tend to think I can't say the alphabet. I know you know I know you know the alphabet, right? And what's after that?
Common G over sine G.
Right. Next thing the examiner's looking at this thing and saying, boy, this person don't know the alphabet. I sure the examiner said that about me before. Right? I don't want them to say that about earlier. Right? So first honor, we're gonna select two out of the three. Which one do we have to select immediately? Which one is like the number one priority? Wait, and I now realize we're supposed to have an angle here.
We
We're supposed
supposed
to
to
have
get for F.
an angle here, right? So 88 plus 42, right? 4 plus 8 will be 130. This was 50. I had to put the 50 degrees here. The reason why I took out the 50 is because if the 50 over here, you could use the cosine rule as well. Until you're seeing that. I'm gonna follow you seeing that. Are you seeing what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, because 50 is an included angle, right? And I wanted to make this a sine rule only question. But you know what? For the fun of it, we're gonna find it using the sine rule, and then we'll find it with the cosine rule. It should be the same. Math is very cool, right? So for example, we're gonna select F, right? We're gonna select F. After F, which side do you want to select?
E.
E, right? But let me ask you a question. If I wanted, could I select G as well?
Yeah,
No.
you could use F and G.
I could use E or G. Adika, do you understand why I could use either E? I could use E or G?
Yeah.
Because Adika, do we have a payoff information for G?
Yes.
Do I have a payoff information for E?
Yeah.
Yeah, so realistically, I could pick either this one or this one. So I'll make a little note about that. Tell you, the maths is so cool. And if you do it, no matter how you do it, once you do the correct thing, you'll get the same answer. Right? Either one. Either one you can pick. But for example, for this question, which one do you want to pick?
So the E and the F.
E and the F? No problem. So we will end up with E all over sine E. And that'll be equal to F all over sine F. Right? So for example, tell me what to plug in. Right? So what is E? What is E?
E is 9.
Right? What is angle E?
Sine 42.
Right?
And then F over sine 50.
Right? F over sine 50. So anytime you have two fractions on either side, what do you think you should do?
Cross multiply.
Right, we're going to cross multiply. So, do you think we should multiply this diagonal first or this diagonal first? Which one?
Sir, we should
This,
multiply f and
right,
sine 42 first.
because we'll end up with f on the left-hand side, then?
Yes, sir.
Great. So f sine 42, and that'll be equal to what? What will that be equal to?
9 sine 50.
Yep, 9 sine 50 degrees. Nice. So what do we want to find for in this equation?
F.
Right? So if right now f is being what to sine 42? What's the operation?
Multiply, so we're gonna divide it by sine 42.
Great. You have to do the opposite operation to cancel it off. Right, so we're going to cancel off this with this, right? And this is our answer. So, guys, I want you all to plug this into your calculator. Sharp users, you should be able to get the answer by now. I shouldn't have to show you how to do it. I think you should be able to do it by now. So, Faith, you think you have it by now? Let me know if you think you can get the correct answer for this. Faith, let me know if you're there. Can I
Yes,
hear
sir.
it from? Oh, you're there, right?
Yeah.
See if you can tell me the correct answer for this. 9 sine 50 all over sine 42.
So I don't know what's going on. My calculator, every time I press the answer, it just going blank. I think my calculator dead.
Oh, shucks.
It
Is boy,
needs.
need some sunlight.
So I got 10.3.
What about the rest of you guys? Did you get 10 point?
10.3035.
All right. 10.3035. If I round out off to two decimal places, that's going to be 10.30. So, Farazana, are you okay with this question?
Yes, sir.
No. Do you think this was the only way you could answer this question?
No, you could use the cosine too.
Exactly. And we could also use g over sine g.
Yeah.
Let me speed run it and see what happens. Huh? You sound like a person that like maths as well. You like maths?
No.
Wait, boy. You sound like you like maths. I get excited because I like people that like maths. But it's fine also. I like to convert people because I used to be the biggest up. Maths used to be my biggest up. I used to hate maths. But now maths is my dog. I love maths. I really used to hate maths. I can't stress how much I used to hate maths. Probably more than anybody in class right now. It's real bad. All right, but anyways, Adika, you there?
Yeah.
Adika. So Adika, let's do this question. Instead of using E, let me use G. Do you understand why we could also use G?
Yeah, because we had the pair.
Yeah, we had the pair of information, right? So tell me quickly. Let me just move this here so we could get the information fast. Tell me the information. Let me speed run this. Where's G? Let's come up.
10 centimeters
10 all over.
over sine 88.
Adika, if we get the same answer as we did here, wouldn't that be a little cool?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a little cool, right? Let me see, right? Matt's real cool. I tell you, I'm excited. All right, we don't know what F is. Leave that blank. Then we're gonna put sine. What's the angle?
50.
You have two fractions. Cross multiply, right?
Yeah.
If we cross multiply, what we gonna end up with?
F sine 88.
Right? F sine 88 degrees, and that'll be equal to what?
10 sine 50 degrees.
Right? And I think you know what's the next step? What's the next step?
To divide by sine 88 degrees.
right? Because we want to find for f. We want that to cancel off, right? So time for the magic to happen, right? Somebody might be like, what? Plug this into your calculator. You're supposed to get 10.30. If you don't, I'll cry. Let's see, sine. Wait, that's a small bracket.
Sir, I get in 7.6.
Okay, something wrong then. Something wrong. I think it's because how I make up the question. I think it's because how I make up the question. And it wasn't like an actual real question. Right? I think that's why that happening. Let me just check back the maths. Right? I'll find a CSEC question and we'll do a CSEC question. But it's supposed to work out. Right?
So I have a CSEC question right now in my maths book that I'm watching, right?
You want me to do
And
that question one time?
yeah, but it's from January 2022.
Okay, no problem. We're supposed to get the same answer. I think you're not getting the same answer because I come up with this question and it's not a perfect question, right? Because I come up with the numbers here, right? G. Let me just check back the maths too. That's 10 all over sine 88 is equal to f all over sine 50, right? Yeah, the math's not wrong. It's just I think how I come up with this question and the lengths on it. Like I didn't measure this and create this diagram. I didn't do that. So that I think that's why the issue is happening, right? But in the actual exam, if you use either one, you'll get the same answer, right? Let's try to find the answer using the cosine rule now, and let's see what's gonna happen. So, could somebody tell me what the cosine rule would be for this question? If I want to find for f, what would the cosine rule be for this question? Adika, you remember how to use the cosine rule?
You had to find the variance.
No. To use the cosine, I'm gonna show you how we would come up with the cosine rule, right? So, first things first, Adika, what's the included angle in this question? What is the included angle?
50
What's the side opposite 50?
F.
Right, so you're gonna write f squared, and then you're going to write an other side. What's on other side after f is what?
O G
So you put g
G
squared
squared
plus,
plus E squared
then minus.
minus 2 GE cosine F.
You see how fast it come back to you? Nice. Since we in a time crunch, I'm just gonna find the answer one time, right? So g, that's 10 squared. E, that's going to be 9 squared minus 2 by 10 by 9 cos 50. Plug that into the calculator first. We could do an actual CSEC question. And I'll go see how everything is work out. But we understand the concept though. That's the important part. Okay. That's really weird. I need to use an actual question, right? I need to use an actual question because it's supposed to work out. It's supposed to work out. So let me see if I could find an actual question and it's supposed to work out. Matter of fact, let's actually draw a triangle. Because I don't like how this is going, right? Supposed to work out. So let's actually come up with an actual triangle, right? Let's construct an actual triangle. I'll give me a second. We're gonna actually construct a triangle. Let me get my protractor. Where is my protractor? Okay, here's my protractor. So here what we're gonna do, right, guys? We're gonna create an actual diagram, right? An actual triangle. with actual measurements. So we know it has to be 100% correct. So let me just start off over here, right? I'm going to put down this angle like that. Okay, great. So we created an actual triangle. So guys, from measuring this triangle, right? What do you think the angle over here would be? So for example, let's actually create a triangle and verify the rules because it's supposed to work out. So for example, what is this angle over here? If you read it off the protractor, what's the angle?
Sir, 70.
The angle is 70, right? 70. Right? Let me put down another angle. How about we measure this angle over here? Right? Let's measure this angle, shall we? How much degrees does this angle look like?
31.
Approximately 31, right? Approximately 31. Right? And what would this angle be here? Use your rules for a triangle. If that's 70, that's 31. That'll be 101. Where's 101 from 180?
17.
79.
79, right? Right? Because 70 plus 30 is 101. Pass that up to 180, so 79. Could you all confirm that?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's take actual measurements. So let's just see how real the maths is. Right? Because we're using these rules here. Let me show you all that they actually work. So Darius, measure that length from there. Are looking like what are looking like? 6 point what?
6.7.
Yeah, 6.8.
6.8, right? Nice. So this is 6.8 centimeters. So we're going to measure all the lengths, right? And then we're going to use the rules we learned to see if they actually work. All right, what is our other length looking like?
7.1.
7.1, right? And I want somebody else to measure this length for now. Waiter, what does our length look like? Somebody else other than Darius. What does this length look like?
3.8.
3.8. Adika, do you agree? Do you agree that this looks like 3.8?
Yes.
Okay, good. So Adika, since we know what all the lengths are, right? And if we use the rules, we supposed to get the exact same lengths?
Yeah.
Yeah, we supposed to, right? Because that is why it is rules, right? It's supposed to work. If it's not working, something wrong. Right? Yeah, that was 3.8. Nice. So we know this is the final answer, right? This is the answer. This is the end all be all. This is the answer. This is the reference diagram. So this is what we're gonna do, right, Adika? We're gonna take this diagram, we're gonna remove some stuff, and we're gonna see if we could get back the same information. Wouldn't it be cool if we remove some of the elements here and we use the rules to get back the same thing from the diagram we created?
Um, yeah.
Okay, so tell me, what you want me to remove? What you want me to remove from this diagram?
We can move the 7.1.
Can remove the 7.1. Okay, and so let me just give this triangle labels, right? So I'll call this A, I'll call this B, and I'll call this C. Right? I'll call this A, I'll call this B, and I'll call this C. If that's the case, this is length A, this is length B, and this is length C. So Adika, if we want to find for B, right, what do we know our answer is supposed to be?
7.1
Right.
centimeters.
And how would we find for length AC? In this particular question, how would you find for AC?
Using the sine rule.
Well, primarily, you could use the cosine rule, right? But you say you want to use the sine rule, that's fine, right? So find for AC. Let's try to use the sine rule here. So, but I would primarily use the cosine rule because if you look at this, right? What kind of angle is this? Kalmadika. What kind of angle is 79?
I included.
Yeah, so you could use cosine, but we love using sine rule. So if I use a sine rule here, it's going to be A over sine A. A over sine A is equal to B all over sine B is equal to C all over sine C. Now tell me, Adika, which pairs of information do we have?
We have A and we have C.
We have A and we have C, right? So we could select either one of these. Yeah. But which one we have to select for sure? For sure. Which one we have to select for sure? So we could choose either A or C, right? But
yeah.
Out of these three, which one do we have to select for sure if we want to find for AC? Remember, AC is B.
So you gotta find for B.
Right. So are we gonna underline this, right? What do you want me to use first? A over sine A or C over sine C?
A over sine A.
All right. It's gonna be really weird if this doesn't work out. But it's supposed to work out. I trust maths. Right? What is length A?
6.8 centimeters.
Right? What was angle A?
70 degrees.
Right? 70 degrees. Now we might get some answers that might be slightly off because we drew a diagram and we measured some lengths, so it wouldn't be 100% accurate. Right? So just expect that. B, we don't know what length B is, so I'm gonna leave that blank. Do I know what angle B is?
Yeah.
What's angle B?
I think it was 79.
Yeah, it was 79. So what's the next step from here? If I want to find for B, I'll have to do what?
Cross multiply.
Right?
So it will be B sine 70 degrees equals to 68 sine 79.
6.8, not 68.
Oh yeah.
And the next step, we want to find for B. So you'll divide both sides by sine 70, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so fingers crossed. The answer we're supposed to get is 7.1, yeah?
Sir, I got back 7.1.
Nice. Okay, so the math's working then. Nice. Right? So the mistake. So guys, the problem in the last question was I came up with this, right? You can't come up with a triangle like this. Right? You need to actually make measurements and make sure it's an actual diagram you're doing. Make sure it's an actual triangle. Right? So Adika, I want you to verify that again, 7.1. Make sure again 7.1. So 6.8 sine 79 all over sine 70. Bam, look at that. Adika, make sure you get in the 7.1.
Yeah, I got a
Right? Adika, you don't think that cool? Watch.
low key.
Yeah, like from the actual diagram, when we actually created it, right? And the actual thing was 7.1.
Yeah.
And when we use the maths, we get what we get? What we get?
Pack 7.1.
Yeah, that's a little crazy, fine? Like that's a little scary. That's kinda cool, right? It's kinda cool. So this is like an application of where they go use maths in real life. They would use these properties to find lengths and angles. Like if you're an architect, you're gonna use these things a lot. Maybe. I say maybe with like a grain of salt because everything is digital nowadays, right? Okay. So, Adika, did you see that it worked when we use A and B?
Yeah.
Okay, what could also work? What could also work?
A and C
Nah, we had to use B. Remember,
or
B is what we're
B
trying to
and
find
C?
for. So let me do that. So wouldn't it be very cool if we got back 7.1 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see now. Let me see. Do you trust the maths? Do you trust the maths?
I guess.
Yeah, guess. All right, we go see, right? We know that we're trying to find for B, so I'm gonna leave B blank. Angle B was 79, right? Angle B was 79. Could you tell me what length C was?
3.8.
Right? And what was angle C?
31 degrees.
All right. What's your next step?
To cross multiply, so it will be 3.8 sine
Now, hear
79
what?
Oh,
Hear what? Hear what? What you're doing isn't wrong, right? It's correct. But if you're trying to find, we're trying to find for over here.
you have to do the letter first.
Yes, because we want the unknown on the left hand side. So we're gonna multiply that diagonal first. So tell me what to write.
It will be B sine 31 degrees over, equals to 3.8 sine 79.
I'm telling you, if this works out, that's gonna be real cool. It will work out. Right? Sine to the 1 degrees. Right? All over sine to the 1. You know how the badness is going on. If you're trying to find for B, you gotta divide by sine to the 1, so you go cancel. Nice. So guys, let's see if the maths was trustworthy. So your answer's supposed to be 7.1 when you round it off. Well, let me know, guys. All again, 7.1.
Sure. So I got 7.2.
Okay, you'll get a slightly different answer. Remember, and we actually measured this and rounded it off. Like, and this wasn't exactly to the 1. If you recall, when we was measuring this angle here and the other angles, and we actually kind of estimated a bit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is why we're not getting like the exact answer. But if you knew everything, like down to the T, right? Watch this. Like this is where errors are going to happen, right? But it conceptually it works. Watch, guys. Is this actually 31? If you look at this, right, is it actually exactly 31?
No, sir, I'd go over to 7.1, like 7.2 kind of.
Exactly. So we actually use rounded off values in our diagram. But as a proof of concept, do you understand that the maths works? Someone for it
Yes.
understand that it works, right?
Yes, sir.
So Adika, when you work it out, you get 7.24, right? And we could both agree that like in the same that's like the same thing as 7.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? You get 7.2. And the reason for that is because the values we are using are rounded off values. Like if you actually measure this, it's not to the 1, it might be like to the 1.7 or something. That 79 mightn't be 79. So all these things you need to factor in. So do you understand that you get the same answer? More or less.
Yeah.
All right. But there was another way you could answer this question. You could have used the what rule.
The cosine.
Okay. And when we use the cosine rule, we're supposed to get some answer real close to 7.2 ends.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So tell me, what would the cosine rule look like for this question?
If
So
we
tell me,
trying to find B, it will be B squared
right? B squared.
equals A squared.
B squared is equal to A squared. Wait, and I want somebody else to continue it. Somebody else in class, continue this. See if you could continue the cosine rule. Because Adika, it sounds like you know what you're doing. So it'll be A squared. What next?
Plus C squared.
Minus.
minus 2AC cos A
What's it?
and B. B.
Yeah, B, right? Nice. So let's do a let's okay, let me jump straight to the answer, right? So guys, if this is what B squared would be equal to, then the final answer would be the square root of the entire thing. Right? So B would be equal to the square root of this whole thing over here. Alright, I hope I'm not confusing anybody. So your final answer would be the square root of A. A is 6.8, so that's going to be 6.8 squared. Now, for those of you that have a sharp, I'll show you how to plug this in, right? Don't worry. 6.8 squared, right? C was 3.8, so plus 3.8 squared minus 2 by 6.8 by 3.8, right? Cos, and the angle for B was 79. So for those of you guys that have a Casio, plug this in and let me know if you're getting something real close to 7.1.
Yes, sir. I got 7.1, sir.
Big up yourself. Nice, man. Nice. All right. So if you have a sharp, this is what you'll have to do, right? It'll look like this. So press the square root button, guys. Then you're going to open a bracket. Then you're going to put 6.8 squared plus 3.8 squared minus 2, open bracket, 6.8, close bracket, 3.8, open bracket, close bracket for the 3.8, right? Cos, open bracket, 79 degrees, close bracket again. So guys, Adika, can you just verify that again? Something real close to 7.1?
Yeah, I guess 7.1.
What do you think about the maths, Adika? What do you think about it?
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, like, we do 3 different things, right? 3 different things. And we get the same answer. That kind of cool. That kind of cool.
Whoa.
I know most people they say maths is a boring subject, but like once you see it in action, like with these things, is like wow, it actually works in real life. It's crazy to believe. 7.1. Right. Somebody else with a sharp. Did you get 7.1 as well? Like if you round it.
Actually got it.
Nice.
Sir.
Nice. Right? Could anybody else confirm that again? The 7.1? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So as you all could see, the maths does work, right? Look at this. We did it using 3 different approaches. 3 different approaches. And all of the answers was the same. The only difference again, 7.2 here is because we use rounded off values. Right. Great. So like again, guys, maths is very cool. Darius, are you like a little blown away that all 3 methods work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why I like maths, guys. This is why I like maths. Because it has so much different ways it could work the same thing in maths. Is honestly crazy. Right. Okay, Ollie, want a screenshot of this? I think we're ready to move on to our past paper question and bearings now.
Sir, you'll be sending it in the group chat, right?
Yes, I'll send this in the group chat.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. All right, take a screenshot and let me know if you're ready to move on. The person from Guyana, you got I forget your name, right? I'm sorry, but did you get the 7.1 across the board?
Yes, sir. I got a 7.1.
Right. So like you understand the reason why the last question didn't work is because I just come up with something randomly, right? But
Yeah.
if you actually draw a triangle and you look at its properties, it will work out. So I hope I clear up that any confusion I might have caused. Sorry for that confusion. Right? Right. When I have a screenshot of this, let me know. We're gonna move on to actual past paper question now. Right. So guys, if it have anything If there was any method they didn't understand, let me know. No, I will go it over. I will go it over. Somebody said hi. Somebody said hi.
So I don't know. I got an 11.378999112.
Which method? The cosine rule?
The last method. Yeah.
All right, I will to clear a calculator and we'll do it at the same time, right? We'll do it at the same time. So, this is our way to do. Our way to press the square root button.
Yeah.
Right? Wait a call. Come on a second, guys. Give me a moment. All right, let's continue, right? Are you all still seeing the screen on? Let me know if you're still seeing the screen.
Yeah, I see the screen.
Okay.
Yeah. Excuse sir, Faith wants to join the GC.
All right. The group chat is for paying students, right? So if you're in my Form 5 class, then you'll be in the group chat, right? These lives, I just doing these lives to help as much students as I could. But if you want to be in the group chat, that's for my Form 5 class. Yeah. Right? But you still have access to these helping sessions, and I will send you notes, right? If you're interested in information with respect to my classes, let me know. I'll send you the information, right? But I'm still trying to help as much as possible with free resources. Yeah. Right? So, Camille, let me try to get the same result, the 7.1. So you want to press the square root button, right? Then you're going to press an open bracket, then 6.8 squared, right? Then plus 3.8 squared, then minus 2 open bracket, 6.8 close bracket, open bracket, 3.8 close bracket, cos 79 in brackets, close bracket, close bracket. So make sure it's looking exactly like me. When you're ready, press equal and let me know what you get.
All right, I made a mistake, so I have to plug in everything again.
All right, let me go. Let me go again, right? So press the square root button. Open, press a open bracket. Then you're gonna put 6.8 squared plus 3.8 squared minus 2 open bracket 6.8 close bracket open bracket 3.8 close bracket cos 79 close bracket close bracket. Press down, let me know what you get.
I guess 7.1.
Nice, that's the correct answer.
0.1. Yeah, I got it.
Nice.
Got it. Fallout. Yeah, that's what I got. Okay.
Nice. Right, so brackets important, right? When you're dealing with a sharp, brackets real important. So let me know if you fully understand this question. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. So guys, let's just do a quick summary before we do our past paper question. So when would you use the cosine rule, guys? Remind me, when would you use the cosine rule?
For included angle.
Right. Use the cosine rule if you have an included angle. And for those of you that forgot what an included angle was, it is an angle, right? An angle whose lengths on either side are given, right? And let me give you an example, right? So Faith, let's just say this is LMN, right? Let me just get an angle here. Let me just say this angle is 35 degrees. Why not? Let me just say this is 17 centimeters, and let me just say this is 9 centimeters. Tell me, Faith, would 35 degrees be an included angle?
Yes, it would.
Right, nice. So you'd say 35 degrees, right, in brackets, angle L is an included angle because on either side, the lengths are given. Right? And if you're confused, the lengths are talking about are LM, which is equal to 9 centimeters, right? And I'm also talking about LN, which is equal to 17 centimeters. All right? So for this question, we will use the cosine rule for sure, right? So use the cosine rule. And guys, the cosine rule will allow us to find for the side opposite the included angle, right? So use the cosine rule to find the side opposite the included angle. And I mean, logically, if you look at this diagram, it only has one side it could really find for, right? It's only has one side it could really find for, and that is L, right? So this would be common M, this would be common N, this would be common L, right? So you'd use the cosine rule to find common L. Could somebody just tell me what the formula would be for this triangle? Somebody, tell me, what would the formula be for this triangle? I'm waiting, guys. Give it your best shot.
Squared is equal
L squared is equal to,
M squared plus N squared
right? M squared plus N squared.
minus 2mn
Right?
cos
Cos what?
L, capital L.
Right. That's the general structure. So when you're doing the cosine rule, it is always the side opposite the included angle squared equal to the other sides squared, and you add them, minus 2 by the product of the other sides cosine of the included angle. That's always the structure. Nice? All right. So that was a quick summary on the cosine rule. Right? I'm going to take it that everybody understands that. I will send these notes. Just send my message on WhatsApp and I'll send these notes. Right? Sine rule now. So you use the sine rule. And by the way, guys, I hope all you realize you could use the sine rule in any setting, right? Adika, any question about anything could I use the cosine rule, but we use the sine rule and get the same answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to make a statement. The sine rule is it is not picky, right? It's not picky like the cosine rule. You see how the cosine rule need an included angle? Right? The sine rule does not need an included angle. Does not need an included angle. Right? And Adika, if you want to use the sine rule, you would need, what's the main thing you need to use the sine rule? What of information?
You would need a pair.
Yeah, right? You need a pair, right? And when I say a pair, I'm talking about an angle right? And a corresponding length. You need this. You don't have this, you can't do anything. And you will also need one of the pieces of information for the angle or length you're interested in. And again, if you're confused, let's look at a prior question. Oh, iPad gonna die. We're between each other. Nice. Let's look at a prior example. So Adika, in this question, right? They wanted us to find the length of what? What they wanted me to find the length of in this question?
Of LO.
Which was G, right?
Yeah.
Notice they wanted us to find the length for G. So what did they give us?
They give us O1E, O1L.
Wait, they give us angle. They give us angle for G. See that?
Yeah.
And then for this question, we could also use cosine rule, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is you would need a pair, and then if they ask you to find for a length, you would need the corresponding angle. If they ask you to find for an angle, you need the corresponding length. So let me give you an example of this quickly, and then we'll move on to our past paper question. So let's just say A, B, C. This would be common A, this would be common B, and this would be common C. All right, so Adika, tell me, what would the cosine rule look like for this question? Just the general cosine. What's it in cosine? What would the general sine rule look like for this question? General sine rule. I'm gonna start you off. A over.
Sine capital E.
Right, A over sine capital A equals to
B over sine capital B.
equals to.
C over sine capital C.
Nice. And let me give you a quick example, right? Let's just say they provided angle A. Let's just say they said angle A was not looking like more than 90, ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking like more than 90. Probably 101. Let's just say 101. Let's just say they gave us that angle, right? And let's just say they gave us this to be actually that can't be 101. It could be. I would have to make this a really small angle though. Maybe I could let this be 10 degrees. Right? If I say that it's 10 degrees, maybe I can say that this is 7 centimeters. All right. So Adika, if they gave us that information, what do you think we could find for? Based on that information, what do you think we could find for? So do we have a pair of information? That's the first question I'm going to ask you. Do we have a pair?
C.
Right, so we're going to use C. And what are we trying to find for?
We're trying to find for A.
Right, we can't find for B. We can't do nothing with B because we don't have any information for B, understand?
Yeah.
Right? So you see what I mean, right? In this question, they would ask you to find for A. But in order to do that, you need a pair, number one, and number two, you need to know the corresponding angle for length A. Tell me if you understand that.
Yeah, I understand.
Nice. So somebody said that they wanted to do a specific year. Was it January 2022?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's look at.
So it was question part B, I think.
Okay.
Sir, I have to go now.
All right. Priscilla, thank you for coming. I hope you learned something new. See you tomorrow, right?
Of course, sir. Good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. It was this question, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So guys, let me make light work out of this question. This question easy, right? So we know all the information to handle this question. Yesterday we looked at bearings and the cosine rule. Today we looked at sine rule, so we have everything we need. So I would like you to give the question I read from her.
So what paper is this?
This is January 2022 question 9B. I'm gonna write it on top here. January 2022 question 9B. Right, so Faith, would you like to do it with me since you're the one that having trouble with it?
Yes.
All right, so get the question I read from her. Out loud. Give it a read from out loud.
Oh. The diagram below shows straight roads connecting the towns L, M, N, and R. LR is equal to 18 kilometers, LN is equal to 12 kilometers, and MN is equal to 10 kilometers. Angle RLN is equal to 25 degrees, and angle LMN is 88 degrees.
All right. Did they already label everything for us? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
good.
kind of.
All right, the first question they want us to figure out is angle MLN. Now, guys, people in the Zoom meeting, do you all understand what this notation means? A lot of students don't understand it. When they say MLN, what angle are they talking about?
Angle
Angle L.
Yes. And guys, if you're confused, this is the easiest way to figure out what angle they're talking about. Right? MLN. Where does it look like the angle is forming? Tell me, guys. L, right? Watch that again. MLN. Oh, let's see what I'm talking about. Let me know if I see what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let me just put down that information on the diagram. MLN. Right? Cool. So let's look at the diagram. MLN is a 3-mark question. So if it's a 3-mark question, chances are you had to use sine rule or something. It's not going to be very straightforward. So let's look at this triangle by itself. Right? So we know that this is 88 degrees. Right? This is 88 degrees. This is M. Right? This is L. This is N. We know that this is 12 kilometers. We know that this is 10 kilometers. All right. Okay. So, Talma, Faith, according to what you just learned, right? You just learned something. Talma, when you look at this question, are you seeing that pair of information?
Yes.
I see that pair as well, right? If this is angle M, what do you think this could be?
Line L, length L. M, sorry.
M, right? If this is angle L, what do you think this could be?
L as well.
If this is angle N, what do you think this could be?
M.
Okay, so easy we figure that out. That's an easy 3 marks from here, right? Let's proceed. So let's write down our sine rule, right? So tell me how the sine rule would look like for this question.
L over sine L.
L over sine L.
M over sine M, and N over N.
Right? And all over sine L. Now we need to figure out which two we're gonna choose, right? Remember, we always pick what we're trying to find for. So tell me, what are we trying to find for in this question?
Trying to find for angle L.
So which one do we need to select out of the 3 one time?
L over sine L.
Right, we're gonna select that one time. We're not sticking at all. Right? Underline this, highlight that, whatever you wanna do. Right? And then we need a pair of information. What pair do we have?
M over sine M.
Great. Right? So our formula now becomes L over sine L right, equals to m all over sine m. Nice. So tell me, what is length L?
10 kilometers.
Right, 10 kilometers. So I'll put 10 over here. What is angle L? Do we know what angle L is?
Do we not?
Nah, leave that blank. What is length M?
12 kilometers.
Right? What is angle M?
88.
Feet. And we can mash up this question from here.
Yeah, because cross multiply.
Yeah, we could cross multiply. What do you think I should cross multiply first?
The unknown side.
Exactly. So what should I write here on the left-hand side?
You'll have 12 sine L.
Aha, I like how you correct yourself there. 12 sine L, and that'll be equal to?
10 sine 80 degrees.
Right, we want to find the sine L first. So what do we have to do on both sides?
We have to divide by 12.
Right, get rid of that 12. What are you doing there? Right? Right, so we end up with sine L is equal to this over here. Now, if you have a sharp, plug this into your calculator and let me know what you're getting. Right, if you have a sharp, you'll have to put open. Oh, shucks. Well, somebody give her an assist. If you have a sharp, you're going to put 10, right, sine 88 in brackets. Then you're going to close that bracket, divided, put 12 in brackets just to be safe. You don't have to, but just wait. Right, so somebody.
I got 0.8, sir.
0.8. Here what? If you're doing something like this, where you're not calculating it one time, I would advise I write the full thing over here. Or you could store it, but this is the easiest thing to do right now. So 10 sine 88 all over 12. You're gonna write the full thing, right? You're gonna write the full thing. You don't want to end up with rounding errors. Rounding errors are when you use when you keep on using rounding off values, eventually you'll get an answer very far from the correct one. So we're gonna write the full answer. So no, right? So we're gonna write 0.832, right? 0.832, right? 825 6892, right? And Faith, what do you think is the next step?
The next step is to find the inverse of.
Right, we're gonna find the inverse of that whole thing. Somebody assist, give her an assist. If you find sine inverse of that, what are you gonna get?
I got
56.
56.
Point.
Okay, can everybody agree that the answer is 56.39? We could agree with that. If you didn't get 56.39, something wrong there. 56.39. Oh, they get 56.39?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
about the rest of you guys? Yeah or no? Okay, based on the silence, I can't really tell. Again, mixed
Yes,
signals.
sir.
Okay, happy to hear you get the correct
Yes,
answer,
I got
Darius.
that.
Right, nice. So, Faith, will a question like this ever scare you?
No, sir.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Right? It's much easier than it looks. Right? Anytime you see that 3-mark question, just know you have to use either sine or cosine. And then you know when to use the either one.
Yes.
So there's nothing to be scared of. Right? You know the procedure by now. So my advice is if you find the answer for something, here what? Put it in the diagram one time. So we're gonna write 56.39 here. All right. Cool. Now, if they don't specify how much to round it off to, I would advise you to round it off to 2 decimal places or 3 SF, right? As you can see, there's nowhere in the question that said, okay, they didn't say round it off to the nearest degree. If they did that, that'll be 56 degrees. If they don't specify, 2 decimal places, guys. Right? Okay, next question. So, Faith, what are they asking us in the second part?
They want us to calculate the distance of NR.
Here it is, sir. I bet you, that we might have to use cosine. Who knows?
Yeah,
Right?
so the question, I was like, we probably might have to use cosine for this one.
Say that again?
I was looking at the question earlier and I was saying we probably might have to use cosine for this question.
Exactly, because guys, if we look at if we want to find NR, right? Guys, if we want to find for NR, look at the triangle we have. What is 25 degrees called? Somebody tell me, what's 25 degrees called? That's our working angle.
It's included.
Right, and we already know if you have an included angle, cosine rule. Nothing else. Right? Okay. So after this question, I'll call it a night. Right, guys? I will see you all tomorrow, and we will do a bit more work because tomorrow I'll be home. Right?
So,
Yeah? So
at what time do you start tomorrow?
I'm starting 7 o'clock tomorrow. 7, and I'll probably finish 11 o'clock for the latest. Right? But it's 7 to 10. But I'll most likely go over 10 o'clock. Most likely. Right?
So it also has one more question, but it's a one more question. We could finish it before.
Yeah, don't worry. We can do part 3 as well. We do the whole question. Relax, don't worry. We can do the whole thing. Touching all bases. Right? Don't worry. Alright? So guys, if this is angle L, what do you think this could be? This will be side L, right? Nice. If this is angle N, what do you think this could be?
Common N.
Right? If this is angle R, what do you think this could be?
Common R.
Nice. So Faith, tell me, what would the cosine rule formula look like for this question?
So it would be L squared.
Right? L squared equals to?
N squared plus R squared.
Right? Minus?
2NR plus capital L.
Right. And if you want your final answer one time, you're just going to find the square root of everything on the right-hand side to get your answer one time. Right? Okay. So L would be equal to the square root N. Now N in this question is 18, so 18 squared. Right, R, that's 12 squared. Right, minus 2 by 18 by 12, right? Cosine L, L is 25. So I want somebody with a sharp to tell me their answer first, and then I want somebody with a Casio to tell me their answer. Right? So Darius, you're going to be the Casio representative, and Camille, you're going to be the sharp representative. Right? So gonna put on Darius here. Darius, you on my side. Are you on the good side? Right? And Camille, use the ups with the sharp. Yeah. Sorry about that. Right?
Cassie, going first.
Yeah, Cassie, you're going first. So Darius, come on, tell me the answer. Tell me what you get.
So I get 8.745.
Sharp user, what you get?
Let me double check because it's looking a little shaky.
All right, take your time, right? Remember how you're gonna plug this into your calculator.
Yeah.
They're gonna put the square root button, press that, then they're gonna open up a bracket, Now let me explain why it is put the bracket, right? Camille, wait, what the sharp calculator is really, really bad in the sense that the square root sign doesn't look like it's going over everything, right? And it doesn't look like it's going over everything. And
No.
it is only look like it's going over something like the first term you put in. So to rectify that, what you just do is you just put everything you want in brackets so that the calculator knows to square root everything in brackets. So that's why I decided to put extra pair of brackets, right? So you're gonna press square root, then open bracket, 18 squared plus 12 squared minus 2, open bracket, 18 close bracket, open bracket 12, close bracket 12, cos open bracket 25 degrees, close bracket. I know you could do it. Come on. Make the sharp side proud. Which is hard to do, but I believe you're the
That's what I was getting, Faith, but it's looking a little shaky, so I want to do
What
it
if the
over.
what if the Casio user is wrong? You know what? That could be the case, you know. Let me see. Darius.
And I did it over, and I got right. So the
Yeah, it's
same
again
answer
the same
Faith
thing.
got.
I'm getting 8.745.
Yes, I correct. Well,
I do
Casio,
it on my
I think I
shop
correct.
and I get the same answer.
Okay, so then what
Me
is it?
too.
Was he okay, what are you doing wrong then?
So
Where's that? Yeah?
hello.
Yeah.
So with the 229.524964, I got that because I when I did second function square root, I had 18 squared in a brackets plus 12 in a separate bracket, right? And I did the format that you did just now with just having 18 squared plus 12 squared in one bracket, and I plot in everything else the way we have it, and I got
Wait, eh?
369.891653.
Okay,
The first
the
time
sharp
me and Faith got the same thing.
okay, the sharp calculator real dumb. So like we'll need to add even more brackets. We'll need hear what, eh? I'll tell you only like
No, sir. Excuse me, sir. It's because she used second function.
oh, she's second function.
I do that. That why I get mine wrong
I did
too.
that for the
Okay,
first
I'm gonna do it over.
thing.
Wait, guys. Are they supposed to see a square root sign, you know? If you not see a square root sign, something wrong. Like,
Okay, let me fix it.
So I am seeing the square root sign.
okay, well, let me tell you to be even. Let me tell you some extra steps to be even more careful.
Root the close brackets next to the 12 squared.
Wait, eh?
That's how I did it the first time, and I got 229.524964.
Try it back again. They're supposed to work out like it's supposed to. It's supposed. If you're not working out something, where it's going on.
So I do it on my shop and I get
All right.
8.745.
That's the correct answer. That's what
I
you're supposed
think
to
it's because of the two brackets at the end of the 25 degrees.
what I'm saying, right, is the sharp, it might find the square root of one term, so to counteract that, we just put brackets, right? If you notice, right, this is the entire thing on the inside, and we put open bracket, close bracket, so that the calculator knows to find square root of the entire thing. So make sure you have those brackets, right? So guys, make sure you get in that 8.74 before like we end today. Make sure you get in that. I would hate for you to get the question wrong because of a calculator error.
I get, sir. I get. I get the 8.74.
Nice, man. Nice. You can't see my bad dabbing you up right now. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. My girlfriend said she's proud of you as well. We're both proud of you. It sound like it sound like we some mother and a father. Yeah, my girlfriend. Hey, no. uh, but good job. Good job. Camille, you get it right?
So I just have one
No,
question.
you're blind and a sharp user.
Wait, guys, watch this, right? So Casio user 1, sharp user. I had to do it. I'm sorry. But we also had some sharp users that got it correct. I can't discredit that. So like, how much sharp users got it correct the first time?
If I had my calculator, I probably would have get it correct.
I think so. I think so. Mm-hmm. All right.
So
No, so you're just being real heavy right now.
it's look difficult. I rather sharp because it's look a little easy.
No, what? You rather sharp because it look a little easy, bro? What, bro?
Much
No, no,
too
no,
much.
no, no, no,
Yep.
no, no. Watch. What? Let me show how easy this is on a Casio, right? Watch. Okay, wait. Watch this, right? Watch this. Watch this. You can see my Casio on the screen, right? Okay, you see how I write it here? You see how I
Yeah.
write it here? That's exactly how it's gonna look like on the Casio screen. Watch. When I press the square root button, I put it in exactly how I seen it there. 18 squared plus 12 squared minus 2, open bracket, 18, close bracket, open bracket, 12, close bracket, cos 25, close bracket. No extra brackets, eh? Keep in mind, no extra brackets. And notice how the square root covers everything. Press equal, I get the answer one time. I don't know what you're talking about. The sharp is easier. Casio is much easier. Okay, with the Casio, you just look at it, plug it in, you get the correct answer. There's no if, buts, nothing. Get the correct
But
answer.
and because you're not allowed in CXE maths exam or something exam.
Who tell all you that?
Well, I'm not sure.
Who tell all you that? Nah, boy.
Excuse,
Hey,
sir.
yeah.
I changed out my shop for calculator named Sunway that is very similar to the Casio.
Yes, the Sunway. Yes, I know what you're talking about. You buy it in Gulf City or something.
Mohammed's bookstore, sir.
Okay, yeah, the Sunway is like a knockoff of the Casio FX991ES, so EX plus. Yeah, that's a real good one as well. It's basically a Casio, it's basically a Casio. But whoever said Casio is not allowed in the exam room, I have this sticker for them. Wait, I'm gonna look for a real violent sticker. I'm gonna find another violent sticker. How about another one? Yeah, guys, Casio is allowed in the exam, right? The only calculators not allowed in the exam are programmable calculators, right? A Casio is not a programmable calculator,
Oh,
right? A programmable calculator would allow you to put in input and actually code some stuff, like you could load functions into it. You can't plug anything into a Casio and program it. You can't do that, right? So if they tell all you can't use a calculator in the exam, you could report the invigilators that was there, and you could read to them that it says no programmable calculators allowed. But a Casio is not a programmable calculator, so it's fine. Yeah. Right? So yes, a Casio is allowed. That was enough for the crash out there. But yeah, Casio is the best. Casio on top, for sure. Anyways, Fate. You get the 8.74, right?
yeah, hopefully when I turn on the calculator.
Okay. Hopefully when you turn on the calculator. I tell you now, if I was rich enough, I buy a calculator, I buy a Casio for everybody. Yeah. I giving away a Casio for everybody. Everybody getting that. Right? Done one that shop. Yeah. Don't worry guys. One day I'll be a billionaire or something. Like I tell you now, if I had real money, I would have teach for free and just give Casios for free, boy. That's the dream, That's the dream. But what I gonna do? I had to make money somehow,
I
right?
have a question before you close, right?
Yeah,
Will you ever be teaching circle theorems or no
yeah. I would teach circle theorems. I've only one really,
on
Um,
YouTube?
when we finish bearings, we go do circle theorem. Yeah, and I have a crash course coming up. We're gonna be doing every single topic in the syllabus there. Paper one, paper two, and paper three.
Okay, so
Uh,
nice.
Do you include the completing the square as well?
yes, yes.
But I want
However, wait,
to us doing the crash course for June because well, I write in January and in June. So I would like join more for June's timing. It
I
would be
see.
better to join in June.
I understand, right?
If you're
My advice is it would help you, right?
yeah.
Like no, like I don't want you to get into the mindset that you're doing is ever too much. It's never too much, right? Once you're doing maths, it will help you pass the exam,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But I will be doing, I will be having the same crash course for June period. It'll be like 5 days, 450, like 20 plus hours covering the entire syllabus. I wouldn't rush anything either,
Okay,
right?
nice, nice.
Yeah. And I have my Form 5 class. In my Form 5 class, after we finish trigonometry, actually we finished circle theorem already. Yeah, we finished circle theorem already. Alright. Yeah, in the Form 5 class, we're actually doing this right now. This is what I ended off with my Form 5 class.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Somebody that asked me about completing the square. Now, completing the square is more of a hard maths topic, not really a maths topic, right? You won't really see completing the square in regular maths. You'll see it in hard maths. Yeah.
Excuse sir, it's 250, is it?
No, the crash course is 450.
Oh, okay.
My Form 5 classes are 250 a month though. And if you're doing more than one subject, it's like 200 a month. Yeah. Alright. To the person that was curious about completing the square, I have a really good video on that up on YouTube. If you want, you can send me a contact and I can send you the video. I have a really good completing the square video.
Excuse sir,
Yeah?
after class, would I ask you a couple questions about the classes, sir?
Sure, not a problem. Feel free to ask, right? And anybody else that might be interested. Right. So guys, are we okay with the 8.75 kilometers?
yes.
And if you're confused, well, watch, what is right? We got 8.745. If they don't specify, they want you to use two decimal places or three significant figures. I like to stick with two decimal places. The second decimal place is 4. Number after 4 is 5. Once it's 5 or more, you increase the number before by 1. So you're going to increase 4 by 1, so that's going to turn to 8.75 and drop everything after. Right? Nice. Okay, so fate. Part 3 now. Determine the bearing of town R from town L. So, Fate, it wasn't there yesterday, but guys, people that was there yesterday, when you read this sentence, where are we gonna put our pencil at? Where are we starting from?
L.
L.
L,
And
L will be
right, we're gonna put our pencils by L and we're going where? We're going to where?
no.
We're going to R, right? Because they want us to figure out the bearing of R from L. R from L. So I'm gonna put down my pencil by L, right? Right here. Okay, I already have a note line, so that makes things really, really simple for us. And where do we want to go to? According to the question, where do we want to go to?
R, sir.
R, right? They want us to figure out the bearing of town R from town L. Faith, I'm gonna show you something just now, and I'm gonna blow your mind, right? But town L is where you're starting from, and you want to go to R. So watch that. Anytime you're reading off bearings, you always start from the note line, and you go in a clockwise direction until you touch the line connecting the point where you're starting from and the point in which you want to go to. So we want to go from L to R, so that's this line over here. So I'm going to start from the north line and I'm going to go in a clockwise direction, and that would be the bearing. Tell me if you understand that. Or you want me to re-explain that? I don't mind re-explaining. Let me know if you're confused. Can I hear and Faith? What about the rest of you guys?
Yes, sir, I understand, sir.
How about the rest of you all?
Yes, I understand.
So guys, just to reiterate, right? Anytime you're doing bearings, when you see the word from, that's where you're gonna put your pencil. That's where you're starting from. At that point, you're gonna draw a note line. In this question, they wanted us to go from L to R. So I'm gonna start from a note line and I'm going to go in a clockwise direction until I touch the line connecting L to R. And that's it. So guys, we know this is 50, we know this is 56.39, and we know this is 25. Would it be hard to figure out the entire thing? Yes or no?
No.
No. How would I figure out the bearing?
No.
All right, how would I figure out the bearing? Somebody tell me it's real easy. Like I promise you, this is
I
real
love
simple.
them, sir.
Add it up, right?
Add it.
So 50 plus 56.39, right? Plus 25 degrees. When you work that out, that is 75. 75 plus 56, that'll be 131.39, I think. Just verify that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
31.69 degrees. Yeah, that's it.
39, sir. 39.
Oh, 39. Oh, yes, yes. I don't know where I get the 6 from. Right? 131.39. That's the answer. That's the answer there.
So I have one
So
question, right?
there.
Yeah, somebody said they have one question.
So if they wanted to pay it for you to determine the distance from L to R, it would be 18.
Yes, L to R is 18. Correct.
Okay, but it's just to add up once they want the bearings. Yeah, adding up all.
Right. So, Faith, I'm going to show you something, right? Check this, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to draw you over here. Wait, I'm going to just add here to your head. Add here to your... Oh, gosh, I'm making you look fat. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Let me just say this is you, right? Okay. Now, I want you all to think about bearings as direction, because really, that is what it is, right? So, a bearing of 1 to the 1.39 will actually be this bearing over here. Now, Faith, how much of bearings do you actually understand? And it could be real honest with me, right? I'm not judging.
Also, yeah, well, I watched some videos from YouTube. So I understand start point, yeah.
All right. So, Faith, when you're doing bearings, right, you'll see the word from. That's where you're starting from. So, in this question, they said the bearing of town R from town L. So, what this means in English is how would you go from L to R? That's what it means in English. I'm gonna write
Yeah.
it in. How, what direction would you travel to go from to go from um right to go from L to R, right? So let's try to understand this, right? I really want you to understand the practicality of this. So, Faith, if I say to go in a southern direction, and you know what I mean? Like if I tell you to travel south, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, right? If I tell you to travel north, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So if I tell you to take a bearing at 1 to the 1.39, like if I were to draw the cardinal points, right? It's gonna be north, it's gonna be west, it's gonna be east, it's gonna be south. This is kind of like a southeast direction, and
Yes.
yeah. Now the actual bearing will be 131.39 degrees. So check this. Let's just say this is you, right? Let's just say this is you. You start from L, right? You start from L. You see in that? You start from L.
Yeah.
If you keep on that bearing, now look at this, eh? You're keeping on the bearing. You're keeping on the bearing. You keep walking, you're following that bearing. Right? You're following that bearing. Where you gonna take you?
See,
Where did you end up?
ended up by R.
Exactly. So do you understand that the bearing is just the direction you would take to go from one point to the other point?
Oh, yeah.
And let me show you another example, right? Again, I'm gonna blow your mind here. Let's just say you wanted to go from L to M. That would mean you start from where? If I say you want to go from L to M, where would I start from?
You start from M
No, I'm gonna say that one more time.
or
Right?
L to
Right? Go from L to M. Go from L to M. If I say from L to M, where are you starting from?
L.
Starting from L. And where you want to go to?
You want to go to M.
You want to go to M, right? Now, to do that, you'd have to take a bearing of 50 degrees. Watch this. And again, I might blow your mind. So let's just say you start off at L. If you keep on a bearing of 50, watch. Bam. Where did you end up?
M.
Yeah, so a bearing is just direction. That's what bearings is. Fancy with directions. That's it. Right?
Thank you.
Not a problem. And when you're doing bearings, it's always from the north line, right? So, okay. In the question, you see the word from, that means you're starting from L and you want to go to R. I'm going to connect L to R. When you're doing bearings, you always start from the north line and you measure your angle from the north line in a clockwise direction. Now, Faith, and we want to go from L to R.
Yes.
So that angle had to go until it touching the line connecting L to R. So this line connecting L to R. So we keep drawing it until it touch LR. And you see, we have 50 here, we have 56.39, and we have 25. We just had to add that up to give us the full angle. And that's the bearing that would take you from L to R. So you understand bearings now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Nice. I'm gonna just organize the notes one time, and I'll just send all of this. All right. Okay. Give me a moment. You ever thought about bearings like that? Like, so simple, like it's literally directions.
Kind of.
Because, okay, if I tell you travel in a no direction, that's a bearing of 0 degrees, right? If I tell you to travel, watch. If I tell you north, south, west, east. If I tell you to travel east, that's a bearing of how much degrees? You take a guess.
90 degrees.
Exactly. If I tell you travel south in a south direction, you traveling along a bearing of 180 degrees. So guys, that is all bearings is, That's all bearings is. Really not that hard. It's look hard, but not hard. Yeah. Right. So tomorrow we're gonna do some more questions on this. All right, we're gonna do some more questions on this just to cement everything we learned thus far. Right? So how we feeling, guys? Are they feeling okay? Like a lot better with trigonometry?
Yes, sir.
Confident.
I like that.
Yes.
Confidence is good. Right? Confidence is good. So again, guys, anytime they give you a 3-mark question, they either want you to use cosine or sine, right? And obviously, if you use cosine in the first question, you got to use sine in the next question, right? If you see an included angle, use cosine. It's real straightforward. You could get a marks easy, and that is like 3, 4, 5, like 6 marks, easy 6 marks. All right. So yeah, that's it for today. If you want to find out any information about the classes, you can stay back. Right. So the guy that was interested in classes, he could stay back. Everybody else, yeah, feel free to leave. Right. See you all tomorrow. Later, everybody. Merry Christmas. Right.
So don't
Bye,
forget to
Sanitas.
do any circle term video, right? Because I
Um.
help with our video. That topic.
Okay, not a problem. Right. But
Yes, sir.
thanks for coming. See you all tomorrow, 7 to 10 p.m.
Sir, are you gonna do any class on circle theorem?
Yes, I will do. Most likely, I'll do a session. Most likely, I'll do a session pretty soon. So, you see how we did bearings? I'm not sure if you was there for the first session, were you? Yesterday was the first
Yes,
session.
sir.
All right. So, yesterday we did bearings. Today we wrap it up. tomorrow past paper questions, and the day after, hopefully we'll move on to circle theorems if all will help with that so badly.
All right, thank you, sir. Bye.
Not a problem. Bye bye. Right. Yes. Right. So we have anybody else remaining? Right. So I see 5 people remaining.
Yes, sir.
Right. Hey, Nikolai. Wait. I didn't know it was you. Oh my God. I can't. I'm not seeing anybody. Right. And I can't see. I could not see who was in the meeting now. But look, you. Not long I never hear from you. You good?
Yes, sir, I'm good. And how are you, sir?
I going good for the while. It's good to hear from you. Right. So you wanted to find out some information.
Yes, sir, for the lesson, sir.
Okay, not a problem. So Form 5, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So is 250 a month. The classes are on Thursdays, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Right? 4 sessions a month. All the sessions are recorded. Notes are sent, and obviously, this helps students as long as our time. Yeah. And you'll get access to everything that we did previously in class.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Right? So you go send my message on WhatsApp if you're interested in it.
Yes, sir. One more question. How am I paying you, sir?
Okay, you could pay via online banking or a bank deposit.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah. Right? But Nikolai, it was great seeing you. See you tomorrow, right? I'm not sure if I'll see you tomorrow.
No, sir, I'll be here tomorrow, sir.
Okay, great. So tomorrow we're gonna be doing more past papers on bearings. Yeah. Right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Later, guys. Have a great night.
You too,
Same to
sir.
you, sir.
Later.
Yeah.